Hello, my gaming brigade. How y'all doing? Gaming Norseman here, and we are back, obviously, with Ali Awada's Muldoon Logs, number 11. Last video was the end of Volume 1, so this is the beginning of Volume 2 of the Muldoon Logs. Very excited, obviously, because hopefully, with him going the novel route with the movie stuff, means that Muldoon will actually survive the encounter that happens at Jurassic Park. I believe so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he lives. At least I thought Muldoon did. But either way, before we dive on in, go in the description, click the link to go to his channel and go to the video so you can leave a like and subscribe. Watch it alongside me or open in another tab and just give it some watch time, or watch it before you watch my reaction. All of them will help out in the analog horror creators. Always will. It really does with YouTube's algorithm. But my lovely brigade, let's dive on into the number 11 of Muldoon's Logs. So far, the longest one, I think, 21 minutes. I think. And we left off. In case you just clicked on this video instead of watching the previous one. You never know how people do. The big one might have intentionally not gotten the lysine so that it would take her somewhere else so that she could escape using the raptors on the outside. Which has happened. And the feeding crew are dead. Tape 11. Yeah, buddy. Not as visceral as you would expect for a raptor attack. You know? Hey, calm people. Oh, that's never a good sign. That means raptor. That means raptor, if it wasn't obvious enough.
Yes, Muldoon?
Ray, I need a capture team down to the raptor pen immediately.
What's going on?
Asset out of containment. It's the big one. She's on the loose.
God. Okay, on it.
I also need medical aid here as well.
Are you injured?
It's Andre.
I'm on it.
I've only got my Spaz 12 on me.
Yep.
I haven't got a trank. If I make a shot, it's the kill. I'll be waiting in the observation tower.
What is it?
Just send back up and don't call this line, I'll call you.
I was gonna say, no, it's already in the observation tower. It's so crazy when you hear the fear in his voice.
You take the shot, you face a lawsuit.
You don't take the shot, you die.
She hunts you. Either way, you're as good as dead. Hammond or bury me, whatever I do. She's exploring her new surroundings. Best to keep an armed watch of her until the capture team arrives.
100%, yes. I was gonna say, has there been camera there the whole fucking time?
Dead battery. Christ, they better not be far.
I was gonna say, try to tuck yourself. At least this way, if she's sniffing, she might not sniff you and just smell the Andre. Which Andre might already be dead. Here she comes. The big one's on the move. That is such a sad position, though. He takes the shot, Hammond will bury him. He doesn't take the shot, he gets eaten. So either way, he's fucking fucked. I think he's getting better. I think the animations are getting better for the dinosaurs. I don't know if it's quite on the level. I don't think it's quite the Azun Studios level, but I think he's getting really good, honestly. I think he's getting better modeling and moving them. I really do think it. So, Ali Awada, Good job. I generally think it. Oh, well, that's just shit. Back against the wall with a bunch of fucking foliage.
Come on, what's taking so long?
That heartbeat in my ears.
If I let her get far, we'll lose her. This will turn into a manhunt that could span hours. Damn it.
Eve to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where you can do whatever you.
Sorry about the ad. I just want to say something. I keep getting Heinz bottle ads.
Span hours. Damn it.
Why? Ooh. I'm getting so engrossed in this. I love when a series can do that to me, get me engrossed in it. I think it's the funnest thing to do. Oh my god, I just realized that's the fucking power relay, the power substation. That's the fucking tree that she jumps over and all that shit. I just realized this is where he is. Yep. She went to the power room. Oh fuck. Muldoon. What is she doing? That scared the fuck out of me.
Robbie.
You all right, Muldoon?
Was there
Idle
a raptor?
target
there?
acquired.
I'd never be more glad to see you in my life.
Bring it here, Muldoon.
Get off me.
Okay.
I'm actually extremely impressed you made that shot through the fence, too.
I was gonna say, nice
The feeder door
shot.
jammed halfway.
I was gonna say, not even kidding. Nice fucking shot, Robbie. Made it through the gate to hit the target right where you needed.
Through the cow drop. Guide rails must have warped in the humidity. Happens with equipment out here. Metal expands, things get stuck.
Oh,
Usually
lovely.
it's nothing. Usually you shut it down, and the animal never even notices.
Except for the.
Today the door stayed open.
And she knows
And
this.
she noticed. The big one's always watching things like that.
Yeah.
Patterns, routines. She saw the opening before Andre. One moment she's beneath the feeder, next moment she's airborne, straight up and out.
Straight up to Andre. Yep. Yep. She headed up to Andre.
Andre suffered a concussion, but he's okay. And the big one has joined her comrades in their enclosure.
That's good.
Working fine now, Muldoon.
Give it a few goes, Robbie.
Just to double check and make sure.
When an incident like this happens, it always prompts review of the containment protocols. Protocols say begin non-lethal containment. Always non-lethal.
Yeah.
That's the part they write neatly into manuals.
Yep.
What they don't write is what it feels like standing in the jungle with a predator somewhere in the dark.
Yeah.
And knowing you've only got live rounds in your Spaz 12. Normally you'd carry a dart rifle for something like that. Tranquilizer. Quick
Yeah.
sedation, animal down in seconds, clean and controlled. I didn't have one.
Nope.
So suddenly the decision isn't procedural anymore. It's
Judgment.
judgment. Out there, I
It's almost October.
wasn't just tracking a dangerous animal. I was tracking a company asset worth more than most city blocks. Years of genetic work, millions in engineering,
The compies.
incubation, veterinary oversight. These animals aren't wildlife in the usual sense. They're investments, proprietary products. Which means if you
I like that. It's just like a pelican with its
pull the
neck.
trigger, you're not just killing an animal, you're destroying property. And Ingen doesn't take kindly to people destroying their property.
Nope,
Now
they
in
don't.
Africa, if a lion goes man-eater, the decision's simple. You shoot it. No committee, no lawyers. Ranger makes the call and that's the end of it. Here, you've got accountants and geneticists and executives who've never stood 10 feet from something that wants to spill and gorge on your guts. And they all believe the animal is more valuable alive than the man holding the rifle. So you start doing the arithmetic in your head. How much trouble would I be in if I pulled that trigger?
A lot.
Funny sort of calculation to be making while something like that is hunting in the dark. The way I see it, you're a dead man either which way, because if things went different last night and she ambushed me, I would shoot her to oblivion. And then maybe I would have survived in the conventional sense. But Ingen would end me, end my career, bury me in legal prosecutions, and make sure I spent my remaining days in a jail cell.
Yep.
It's a predicament that I've never wrestled with before, and I sure as hell hope I never have to again.
Yeah.
In the end, no blood spilled, not hers, not mine.
That's good.
Which means on paper, the system worked.
On paper.
But I'll tell you something they won't put in the report. The big one didn't escape because the steel failed. She escaped because she understood the opportunity before we did.
Yep.
And that's the real problem with these animals. They aren't just dangerous,
Hey, cow.
they're learning. Clever girls.
He said the line! Exactly, cow. Moo again.
Bet you're happy, Bessie.
It's Mildred.
You can't name them all Mildred Robbie.
Today, business happens virtually everywhere. That's why you need Supermobile from T-Mobile.
They're the
Add again.
name them all Mildred Robbie. They're the archetypal ceratopsian. The one every 3-year-old can name before they can spell it.
You bet.
3 horns, shield, frill, beaked mouth. Triceratops is the blueprint people carry in their heads when they think of dinosaurs, second only to Tyrannosaurus in public imagination.
I mean, for ceratopsians, I think of Monoceratops. Wait, no. That's a fucking hybrid from Jurassic World the game. There's Styracosaurus, Chasmosaurus, Pachyrhinosaurus? Is that the one I'm thinking of with dome head? What else? What is the name of it? I can't remember now. Crap. It kind of almost has like a Chasmosaurus type crest on it for its shield head. But it's only got like 2 horns. I can't think of it now.
And considerably easier to manage, provided you respect the fact that you're dealing with 6 tons of muscle wearing a battering ram on its face.
Yes.
4 residents currently in this paddock, 2 mature females and a pair of subadults. The youngest barely passed her first major growth spurt.
Ah. 1, 2, 3.
Their social structure is tight, protective rather than hierarchical in the aggressive sense. Lady Margaret stands at the center of that cohesion.
Yep.
Broadest frill, calmest disposition, and the others orient to her the way compass needles find north.
I like that.
Good morning, ladies.
I love the way he was things too. It's just nice to listen to.
Triceratops herd dynamics are built on cohesion and mutual protection rather than rigid dominance. The adults form a defensive claw, orienting their horns outward while keeping juveniles shielded within the group's center, and movements are guided by calm, experienced females like Lady Margaret, whose steady behavior signals safety to the others. She's almost 9 years of age and has essentially reached her maximum size. Big, healthy girl. She's the closest thing this herd has to a matriarch.
Yeah.
If she settles, they settle. If she spooks, you clear the area and climb something sturdy.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Ingen wants 8 Triceratops in total, and another batch is currently being nurtured on Isla Sorna. They're several months old at the moment, but when they hit about the 1-year mark, they'll be transferred to Nubla to join this lot.
Okay. Where's the fourth one?
They've heard my Jeep pull up, and I know they've been eyeing the carrots. Supplemental
Compy.
not necessary,
Compy. Look for raptors. Everyone look for
but I
raptors.
know they've been eyeing the carrots.
Compies. Compies. Compies.
Supplemental not necessary,
Raptor. Raptors.
but it keeps them
Keep an eye
clustered
out.
here and engaged. Today I need them occupied. More precisely, I need Lady Margaret occupied. Her
They
protective
move.
instincts are exemplary. If she thinks the youngster needs defending, she'll put herself between us without hesitation.
Yeah. Beautiful creatures, man. I love them.
Easy, girls. There you are. Keep that attention here. The others always follow her lead. No agitation, no alarm, snorts, just the low,
Those are big ass carrots.
resonant feeding sounds of content herbivores. Snorts, just the low, resonant feeding
That's how I
sounds
saw a
of
raptor.
content herbivores. With the herd settled, I can enter from the east service gate and see what's happening with number 4. Yesterday, one of the workmen said that the youngster was laying down for the entirety of his shift, so she needs checking on. And I can only do that with
With
these
them
guys
occupied.
occupied.
Yeah.
Last thing I want is a protected response when there's no threat to respond to.
And you get bulldozed. Oh god.
All right. I can vouch for the workman's observations as I've been watching her separate herself over the past 48 hours. Not exclusion, more a quiet withdrawal.
Wonder why. Wonder why.
Here she is. This is the youngest of our Triceratops. She's just over 3 years of age. Normally, she's got a spring in her step, but lately she lags at feeding time, beds down apart, rejoins briefly, then drifts away. Animals isolate for a handful of reasons. Injury, illness, parasitic load, digestive distress, or the simple need to rest without the constant contact of herd movement. Prey species especially will remove themselves if they feel compromised. They see it as better one vulnerable individual than
the
compromise
group.
and slow the entire group. At the very least, she's alert, eyes tracking me. No panic, no attempt to rise and flee. That suggests she doesn't perceive immediate danger, and that whatever's wrong hasn't robbed her of her situational awareness.
That's good.
Which is always a good sign. No visible trauma, limbs aligned properly, no swelling at the joints, no abrasions along the flank, respiration steady. I'm watching for asymmetry in the rib cage, none that I can see. If there's pain, it's internal. There is, however, something present that I can't document using my lapel cam, and that there is a foul
Yeah, the
odor
shit.
here. Faint at first, then unmistakable, a sour smell. Wrong for a hindgut fermenter on a controlled diet.
Yeah.
I'll be checking the droppings nearby.
Ah, she's eating the leaves, yeah. The lilac, right?
It's more than an SUV. It's your Chevy Equinox EV, going further on a full charge.
Add.
Stools are well formed, but with that same foul
I was
odor.
wondering if those were
That points
pieces of
toward
poop.
gastrointestinal upset rather than systemic infection.
Yeah.
Possible causes: spoiled forage after the rain, ingestion of toxic plant matter sprouting throughout the paddock, or microbial imbalance in the gut. Ceratopsians rely on complex fermentation to break down cellulose from the plants they eat. Disrupt that flora and you get gas, discomfort, lethargy, and withdrawal from the herd.
Yep.
See how she's laying? She's got her legs beneath her, resting her stomach on the ground. This is the classic guarded posture of an animal with abdominal discomfort. You see it with little kids when they have an upset tummy. They'll hunch over and rest their folded arms into their bellies. This is the quadruped's equivalent of that. If it were a limb injury, for example, she'd favor one side. This is centered, protective. I'm watching her flank for bloat. Acute tympany would be an emergency. That's when you hear sounds from the abdomen that could signal intestinal obstruction. This looks subacute. Unpleasant, but survivable with monitoring.
Yeah. That's good. It's survivable along with monitoring.
Behind me, I can hear Lady Margaret's low rumble. It's a contact call, not alarm. She knows where the youngster is. She's not rejecting her, she's giving her space while maintaining auditory reassurance.
Just checking on her, making sure
That's
she's
the
okay.
distinction people miss. Herd defense isn't always a wall of horns. Sometimes it's trust that the vulnerable member will return when she's ready. Lady Margaret isn't driving her away. She's holding the perimeter steady, so the youngster can recover without pressure. If her complaints turn out to be dietary contamination or microbial imbalance, we can correct it. If it's intoxication, we need to identify the source before the rest of the herd is exposed. As long as Lady Margaret keeps the herd calm and the youngster remains responsive, we let nature do what it does best. Heal quietly, on its own
way.
terms.
Yep.
I'll recommend a review of the forage in Triceratops territory, and what that'll mean is checking on the Euoplocephalus and the Styracosaurs, because all three species share that exhibit in the park.
Yeah.
It also means collecting a stool sample for Harding to analyze.
Well, that shouldn't be too hard. You've got quite a few options.
And that is one big pile of shit.
He said the
She
line!
escaped, lingered around the pen till nightfall, and then she headed to this maintenance shed.
Yep.
There's usually not much rhyme or reason when it comes to animal behavior most of the time. They sense something and then they react. But the big one seemed really curious about that shed, and I'm really curious as to why.
Phone's ringing again.
I've had a
apparently.
quick scrub through the footage from last night and increased it to maximum exposure, but I couldn't make out anything in the darkness. I thought I heard something and felt a presence here. Working in Africa does that to you. You develop a sixth sense that helps you detect when a predator is eyeing you. And
Yeah.
I felt that last night.
Yep.
No surprises, left the gate open after they took her. Bloody useless. Now, she was very interested in being here.
Yeah.
Animals sometimes work off a scent that could be carried in the wind or smeared across the ground or along foliage. Our olfactory capabilities are laughable in comparison, so it's very possible that she caught a whiff of something that brought her here. But remember, these animals haven't seen anything of this island outside of their enclosure, so her surroundings could definitely contribute to sensory overload and overwhelm her.
Could, yes.
And then she tried digging at the shed door. Actually, better check that the team didn't leave that open too.
Did they?
Nope. Locked. Good. Nothing sticks out to me at the moment, so it's best to...
That's a Jurassic Park 3 raptor. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Is that coming from...
Inside. You betcha Bippy it is! Oh my god. Once again, another lovely video, awada. Go show some love to the creator, please. In the link in the description. Subscribe, like the videos, give them watch time. It helps out a lot. I'm gonna look through the comments before I give my farewells real quick. Hold on. I don't think there's any hidden raptors in this video. But I really did enjoy this. And if you guys did enjoy too, honestly, go show some love to awada. Again, please. And if you don't mind, give me some love too. So let me know, hey, people, you guys are actually enjoying this. And honestly, I think I love seeing the trikes. Why is this the most is it because that's when the audio happens? Yeah. There's this bit when he's looking over to the right. I don't think there was anything there. I could be wrong. But my lovely brigade, I have to say what I always say in my videos. See y'all.